Hello and welcome back. Sorry. Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are still in Thur's house because we want some questions answered before we head out of the village and explore the rest of this area a bit. So yeah,
Coming to your elders for advice, is it? What can I do for you?
Tilda said I should talk to you before I head to Longwatch Falls. And good thing you did. Hot springs north of the road are crawling with Lagerfeth. Not sure. I, I have to say I recorded the last episode 2 days ago, so I don't remember what they are called. I hope that it's the right pronunciation. I'm surprised Tildor found himself out there. The thing to know about Lagerfeth is they're fast. Tolerant to cold too, so try another angle of attack. Something seems to occur to him. He pats his pockets, clenching his pipe between his teeth. These'll come in handy. Use them if you get into trouble. He hands you a few sealed bottles. The old hunter looks you up and down, puffing on his pipe. You have gained an item, 2 times potion of mirrored image added to inventory. Oh, thank you. If I'm being honest though, I'd say those beasts are still going to be a challenge for you. I know you held your own against those ogres, but it might be wise to wait a spell before taking on these Lagerfeth. He taps his pipe ash into the fire pit. What can you tell me about Stalwart?
Well, I can tell you it won't be here much longer if things go on as they are. With the mines closed, we've lost what put us on the map in the first place. We're losing people every month. Too many mouths to feed and not enough to support them. Even the game's dwindling. I've been lucky. I've hides and horns enough to keep the traders happy, but now the ogres are picking the rest of us off.
What can you tell me about the ogres? Only that they've been coming down in force, again and again, trying to drive us out or kill us outright.
The moment we started looking into Durgan's battery, it was like we'd kicked a hornet's nest. We made a good showing against that last group, by the way. I think you've given them reason to think twice about coming back.
Why is the hunting so poor?
It's been a colder season than usual, and the elk herds aren't faring well. We're stuck fighting with the ogre clans and the wolves over what's left. Not to mention the occasional beast. We've lost a lot of young hunters.
Has the legacy struck Stalwart as well?
It has. We had some hope in the early days that we'd be spared, isolated as we are. That hope died in a hurry. Not everyone's been so unlucky, of course. You'll see a few pampered sprats around.
Treating them like precious stones won't see them grow up any faster, if at all. The sudden sorrow in his features belies his soft laughter. He must have some interesting hunting stories. I love swapping tales. Anyone have a pipe?
Long hours checking snares and waiting out elk, mostly. Used to hunt some of the big ones. Bear, stelgare. But up here, it comes down to necessity. Which means keeping Stalwart fed, or else keeping it safe. Thing is, the last hunt didn't go so well, as you can see.
Yeah, that's all the questions I had. Thursh only inclines his head in acknowledgement, tapping out his pipe. Alright, farewell. The thermal pearl added. Oh no, that's not here, right? That's not a quest, is it? No, it is. Theodore wants a thermal pearl from the hot springs near Longwatch Falls. Travel to Longwatch Falls. Longwatch Falls. Come on, can you give me... Ah, here, Longwatch Falls. Should I go to Rusted Wood first or to Longwatch Falls? Longwatch Falls would lead me towards Durgan's battery, so maybe I want to go to Rusted Wood first. Yeah, it's probably better. But first we're gonna see the rest of the village. I'm wondering now because I'm having some...
Does everyone else see that kraken?
Kraken? I had some noise. Like a vibration noise
Sure.
behind me, and yeah, I think it's better if I have the microphone a little bit further away from me so that it's not so you cannot hear it in the recording. Alright, I have been down here at the fishery now. We can go to Maneha, Temple of Ondra. Wait a second, where are we exactly? We're here. Yeah, let me go down here because we haven't been there yet. On to Edoran's wagon first, because that's the closest part. Hello, Edoran. The Orlan bows to you. Ah, the adventurer who saved the village. So good of you to visit my humble wagon. I'm Edoran. Alright, how's business? He gestures at the village around him. Poor, like this place. Not much coin to be made during in furs and fish. I came to the White March because I assumed there would be no competition, and I have none, because there's nothing to compete over out here. Would you like to trade? If you're not making any money out here, why do you stay? His eyes lower. I was rather vocal about my inevitable success with my friends and family. If I give up and return with little more than I left, then... His hands ball into fists. No, it won't be like that. I'm not giving up yet. Show me what you have for sale. Alright. Exceptional hunting bow? No, I don't want to buy that. I wanted to check it out. Pierce damage. Raiment of Whale's Eye. It's light armor. Merit damage when hit by a critical hit. Second level wizard spell. Defense against charmed, confused attacks. Hey, that's not too bad. I'm currently wearing the Jack of White Waters, which is probably what I keep wearing. But maybe I can give this to my monk friends. I think I'll buy it because my monk friend is really not wearing anything right now. Apart from the monk outfit. Recovery speed minus 15%. Yeah, that's the same. So it really makes no difference in my opinion. Freeze. There are 8 damage types. Okay, we have like freeze reduction. Ultimate hat of alluring perfection. Might, constitution, intellect, minus 2 resolve. I'm not using resolve that much, to be honest. Maybe I should wear this one. Whisper of treason. Yeah, I'm not using that much. Plus 12 willpower. And that is actually really good for us because that is defense. Maybe I'm gonna take this though. Yeah, alright. Let me grab it. 11,000, holy hell. All of this is so expensive here. Rufex, Watchful Cloak, MK2 or MKII. 2 enemies needed to flank. Plus 2 perception. Holy hell, that is nice. I'm going to buy too many things here. Ring of Deflection, Riona's Buckle, accuracy with endurance below 50%, defense against disease, poison attacks. Gauntlets of Accuracy, plus 5 accuracy. I have crit damage multiplier. I mean, fuck, I'm gonna buy him off. There's just so many good things here. Primal Flame, okay, I need all of them. That's needed for upgrades of weapons. The deer cap as well. I'm buying too many things, I see. I can also buy other things which I don't know if I need them yet. Lockpicks I have enough currently, so... Pry bar. Would I need a pry bar? Let's buy it, just to see. I don't have any things I could sell to him. Well, the wolf hides. They don't give me much money, but at least something. Alright. Yep, I bought a lot of things now. I'm currently wearing the Stalker's Torque, which is Stalker's Links bonus, so I'll keep it. But maybe someone else can wear this. Someone not wearing anything? You're not wearing anything. You can have this then. 2 enemies needed to flank, and perception. That should be good for you. You also get this armor. And this is Might, Constitution. What a simpleton. Resolve. Is your resolve really good? No, it's 9. Okay, well then you can have this one. At least you look a little bit better. Might and Constitution 21. Perfect. I think that's going to be really good for him. Nice. Yeah, resolve is not really what he needs currently. Yeah, because I would have use of it, but the willpower that I would lose from here is a bit too much, I believe. And I don't think he needs Whisper of Treason for anything. Meat? No, let's put it here. Fish here. I still have that noise here a bit. That is weird. Where is that coming from? This vibration noise. It's there, and I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, now it's gone. Okay, weird. Anyways, well, might, constitution, intellect. I don't need intellect on my character, so I don't know if he needs it, but it's okay. We can leave him that. And the accuracy. He could use that. What do I have here? Crit multiplier bonus. Let me just check. His perception is 12, so he doesn't really have any critical damage there, but his accuracy could be better. Yeah, I'll give that to him as well. So now he is a good fighter, I hope.
Yeah?
Alright. We can go down here to Maneha. Hello, Maneha.
Huh, that's what I...
Say, I don't suppose you've seen any mysterious old buildings in the mountains lately, have you? The Almawa wears an assortment of bangles, bands, cuffs, and chains as thick as armor. She watches you with a raised eyebrow and eyes gleaming with mirth. You mean Durgan's Battery?
No, but I've heard that name a lot around here.
Okay.
I'm looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Andra.
Why are you looking for the Abbey?
I'm a gift bearer. My job is to gather tokens of things people want forgotten and surrender them to the Lady of Lament. Best place to do that is the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
What kinds of tokens do you take?
Anything that represents a moment or a memory someone wishes to leave behind. Well, love notes, awkward family heirlooms, bad poetry, the kinds of things you want to forget.
I see.
I might be here a while. Half the villagers have never heard of the Abbey, and the ones that have, no one knows where it is. So I'm trying to think of this as an extended holiday in a
Okay.
remote mining village that smells like fish.
I've got business in the region. We could travel together.
You won't regret it. I've got a lovely singing voice.
Okay. Alright. She's a barbarian. Is that going to be, is she going to fight close or ranged? If she's going to fight ranged, then I'm gonna dismiss Sagani because I don't know if she's going to be close. or
Farewell.
not. Let me see. Let's see. The Burden of Memory. Journey to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. She's using, close range weapons. Okay. But Zahua is someone we want to keep as well, so. Well, if that's the case, then I guess we have 3 close range fighters now. It is how it is. Okay, this is how it looks like now. Alright. I have to do level ups for her. I didn't have a barbarian before, so let's go for... Holy hell. She looks much better on the picture than in here, to be honest. I mean, the face is a bit weird. Okay, let's go for... Should I go again for athletics and survival? But maybe she should go for stealth, because we had Sagani, who was our stealthy character, so yeah, I'll put her stealth in her. Okay, now let's see. Accurate Carnage. The barbarian learns to line up his or her most savage blows, improving the accuracy of secondary attacks from Carnage. Modifies Carnage, +5 accuracy. Barbaric Blow. The barbarian deals a massive blow, causing additional crits and extra damage on crits. Carnage is not affected. barbaric blow. I mean, why not go for that? I believe. Yeah, let's just go for that for now. Still go on stealth, because I need someone to do stealth. Maybe not the most fitting for her, but what gives? Can't do it. Frenzy. Sends the barbarian into a frenzied state, granting a might, constitution and attack speed bonus, but causing a deflection penalty against incoming attacks. While the barbarian's frenzy is active, his or her endurance and health are concealed. Alright, I think I'll go for that, why not? Savage Defiance, the barbarian channels his or her own irrepressible determination, regenerating a large amount of endurance. Blooded, causes the barbarian to lash out when in pain, granting a bonus to damage for as long as his or her endurance is below 50%. Is the passive, nice. Wild Sprint, the barbarian becomes able to charge with reckless abandon, allowing him or her to ignore the movement stop of engagement and gain bonus to all defenses against disengagement attacks. Actually, I want all of them, but let's start with Frenzy because that is the usual thing that barbarians are using. Stealth again. Oh, Greater Frenzy. Oh, why not? Let's go for Greater Frenzy. Stealth again. Now, new thing, Savage Defiance. Brute Force is new, right? It's so hard that ordinary means of defense can be easily overpowered. On attacks that normally target deflection, the barbarian will instead attack Fortitude if it's the lower defense. Okay. One stands alone. The barbarian makes a courageous stand against all attackers, grants immediate damage bonus when the barbarian is adjacent to 2 or more enemies, and the barbarian cannot be flanked unless engaged by more than 3 enemies. Let me go for Brute Force for now. Stealth again. Okay, now we're getting a lot of things here. Accurate Carnage. Let me go for that, so she hits more. Stealth again. Savage Defiance. Bloodthirst. After killing an enemy, the barbarian's recovery is waived, allowing them to attack again immediately. Bloodlust. Attack speed for Bloodlust. Oh yeah, attack speed, I go for that. Now we keep it for stealth. Francis' sneak attack, Enigma's charm. Maybe I should go for some defensive things, yeah. Hold the line. Snake's reflexes, bear's fortitude. Maybe go for fortitude or for willpower. Body control. Let's go for body control for now. Or yeah. Stealth then again. Bloodthirst. Barbaric Shout. Let's add a dreadful shout, terrifying enemies in the area of effect. Yeah, I'll go for that. Let's see how good she will be in a fight now. She's not wearing... Oh, she's wearing some armor. Maneha's armor, recovery speed. What are her attributes? Might, constitution... Dexterity is not that high. I thought she would have high dexterity as she's using 2 weapons. Interrupt, accuracy, reflex. Might is just the best thing she has. Well, we gotta see then. Fine sword, fine battle axe. Yeah, what is this? It's just a normal cape, okay. I gotta find her something. Accuracy. Might and constitution. I already bought a lot of things for Zahua. Now I guess I'll have to wait a bit to get things for Maneha. I wasn't expecting to get another companion so soon. I'll find it without your help, not giving up, you hear me? Charlatans. Oh, I thought it was still in the cutscene. Let's talk to him. Okrun. A dwarf paces with his head down and arms crossed, only stopping to hurl glances at the building behind him. His face is smeared dark with grime, and soot falls from his beard as he mumbles to himself. Work my hands into bloody stumps in this place, and for what? He kicks at a mound of dirty snow. Start with nothing, leave with less. He extends his arms out. Who were you yelling at? At idiots, that's who, and I'm so much to blame for believing them. The dwarf wrinkles his nose, nostrils flaring like a horse. Well, good riddance. Should have never settled here in the first place. Some things you mean to leave behind, come to find out you packed them anyway. But I'm not leaving until I recover what's mine. They can't deny me again, not after this. Okrun gestures at the burned-out buildings. Those sweet-tongued priests took my heirlooms, bury the memory of my past, they said. Now I don't have even that. What priests? Only ones here. They occupied the temple some time ago, picking at desperate folk like vultures. Those priests, Ondra's dogs, said the goddess would forgive, that some things are best left to be forgotten. He nods towards the nearby temple. The leader left her. I believed her words. Another one of them, a gift bearer, took my medallion. He closes his stocky hand into a fist. And now they won't tell me where it is. Your problem is that you give meaning to meaningless objects. Here, let me show you something. I need one of your rings. Okrun draws back his hand, but Zahua gives him a trustworthy nod. After a moment's hesitation, Okrun relents, dropping a jeweled band into Zahua's outstretched palm. Immediately, Zahua flings it into the lake. See, you are no worse off. Okrun's face, already splotched with pink from the cold, turns a deep shade of crimson, and his mouth puckers as though his head were set to implode. After a tense moment, his breathing slows and his fists unclench, his original look of pained frustration returning. Why won't they tell you? Because they think they know better, that's why. Said it was the only way I'd forget. What did you want to forget about your past? That's what a different life, better days, until... Okrun closes his eyes and shakes his head. Motes of soot fall onto his hunched shoulders. It's my burden to bear, not yours. I thought that to cast it away, but the memories I lost were all the wrong ones. What else did you give the priests? The dwarf casts a measuring look at you. He quickly turns his head away and nods. You'd understand its value, my armor, a set finer than I've ever seen, but worthless to an old dwarf. I'd have traded it for the medallion, but fool that I was, I gave them both. Maybe there's something I can do. Not the kind of talk that I've grown used to these last few years, I admit. The priests may pretend otherwise, but folks here tend to look only after themselves. I'd be surprised if they return it willingly. They believe it's a sacred duty to cast the offerings to the goddess in some place where they'll be forgotten. Better to find where they drop them, I think. What's Laughter's role in all of this? She leads that group of crows. They took over the temple as folks started to leave, came to unburden those that sought to forget their misery here, they say. Tell me about this medallion you want to recover. It belonged to my sister. It was just a pretty trinket to her, to me. The dwarf casts his gaze down. She was the last of my family. Least that still acted like family to me. Goodbye. I don't expect luck to graze me now, but if you find anything, I'll be here, count on it. He gives you a vigorous nod. Speak with Laughter, the priestess of Ondra in Stalwart. Let's do that. Are we standing in front of it? Yeah, the Temple of Ondra. Let's take a look inside. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to do. It's probably better if he is in the middle, because he is the main tank right now. And here I should probably also switch up things. Yeah, like that. Alright, let's head inside. Alright. Lefta, shieldsman, swordsman. Let's talk to... Oh, kick settle. Lefta, let's talk to Lefta. Veins course under this woman's pale skin like icy fissures, yet when she speaks, her voice flows warm and soothing. Ondra welcomes you into her embrace. Perception 15. Her features soften into a look of practiced compassion. We're here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. With a thin smile, she nods. If you let the goddess help with your hardships, of course. Tell me about Ondra. Ondra's the goddess of redemption, deep like an ocean and gentle as a mother. She's here to relieve her children of their darkest burdens. We came here to aid the villagers, to heal the wounds of the past that fester in their souls. I thought Ondra was the goddess of loss and mourning, not redemption. That's the priestess crosses her arms and shifts her weight. Common notion. Others may believe so, but the goddess's mysteries are profound. Her true power lies in redeeming your loss and regret. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? I want to know about the gift bearers. Gift bearers do Ondra's most valued work. They carry the material burdens of unfortunate souls into her embrace so that the goddess may help them forget. I heard that worshippers of Parath visited you recently. Little happens around here that doesn't end in the months of villagers, but we're obliged to assist everyone, regardless of their faith. A group of women came to us, yes. The leader wanted to know of Durgan's battery. I obliged and pointed them in its direction. They left as quietly as they arrived, which didn't make us any less concerned about their true intentions. This place is growing around enough already. Well, I want to talk about Ogrun's heirloom. The dwarf already asked. We gave him the counsel he needed. Slight irritation sharpens her tone. She seems to catch herself, modulating her voice back to a pleasant timbre. And naturally, we'll do what we can for you too. As what you will. Ogrun says he wants his medallion back. She brings her hands together and nods. Ogrun, how often we let the shadows of the past become a burden even to others. That medallion, it weighs on Ogrun's mind. You're kind to help, but what he really needs is to cast away those memories. Isn't that for him to decide? He did. He understood the solace that the goddess can give to those little like him. It was explained to him that many have second thoughts, but one does not withdraw something offered to a goddess. In time the memories fade, and they come to see the wisdom of the original pledge. His belongings, his past, now rest in Ondra's realm, to be forgotten so that the wounds of soul may heal. This is the will of the goddess. Oh, I'm not sure if I can say that. The will of mortals or gods have never stopped me before. Laughter's expression breaks and she takes a step back. Her cohorts reach for their weapons. She immediately raises her hand. No, we have nothing to fear. The ripples in her voice quickly calm. There's no need to quarrel over the mysteries of a goddess will. I'll tell you what you wish to know. Ogrun's heirloom was taken by Ixley, chosen gift-bearer among us, to be cast away as an offering to Ondra. Only he knows where. She pauses and looks at you intently. You could ask him yourself, but he's on the track through the mountains of Durgan's battery. If you run into Ixley, tell him he has urgent duties to attend here. All right. It's hard to believe that only the gift-bearer knows where Ondra's offerings are cast away. Is it? Our goddess frees us from our earthly burdens. It's best if only one of us knows where they are taken, lest we all end up suffering under their weight. Tell me about your gift-bearer. Ixley had business near Durgan's battery. These mountains are dangerous. Perception 16. Laughter seems to stare at the floor for a moment, but you notice her eyes dart to one of the acolytes, a young man of Ixamital blood. If you insist upon carrying out this request of Ogrun's, then that's where I'd search for answers. Let me ask you about something else. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? No, farewell. I could talk to Keksaddle, because I don't think any of the other Ondra men have anything to say. Let me talk to Keksaddle. A young man dressed in sturdy leathers glares at you. The creases in his face tend, despite the scarce sunlight of the region, suffer a slight twitch as you approach him. I've got nothing for you. Speak with laughter if you must. He turns away, his nose wrinkled. Apparently we can't talk to him. I don't think the other ones want to talk to us.
Hey there.
I guess that's that. As you step outside, the heavy wooden door of the temple slams shut behind you. You hear someone barring it from the other side. It sounds like the priests have engaged in an agitated conversation. You get the sense that they are discussing you, but you're also certain that the door is too thick to eavesdrop through, although there may be other places nearby where you stand a better chance. We
Sure.
could go here and listen to them. The wooden shutters of the temple's window close tight, muffle a set of voices coming from within the building. You can't quite make sense of the murmur, but cracking a shutter open would likely help. Continue. A rusty iron latch holds the window shutters closed. With care, you should be able to unfasten it without being noticed. Yeah, unfasten the latch. You carefully begin to lift the latch from its metal hook. Halfway there, the rusted iron resists with a screech. You freeze, listening to the voices in hopes the priest didn't hear. The conversation continues uninterrupted. Pour some oil on the latch. You grab the latch and apply just the right amount of oil, nudging the metal until its rust gives way without a sound. Carefully, you pull the window shutters open enough to let the voices flow through. Continue. You hear a man speaking, his tone agitated. You do that? Hope the mountains will do it. What if His sentence cuts, as if the man were speaking to all sides of the room. Suppose he tells them instead. What then? You've lost an item, oil. You recognize Laughter's voice responding. Why would he? And with all those dangers near the battery, our gift bearer won't delay. I expect... The man interrupts her. You always expect. Look where there's taken us. A dying village, ogres at the walls. Ixley is not back yet, and now I have to do his part. His voice drops and seethes, muffling what he has to say. After a moment, Laughter replies, Do you think I wanted this? That I could have known in advance? A pause ensues. Its tension grows until the priestess's voice cuts it in half. We can't wait for him. We must fish out the last batch quickly. After that, we will decide. The man responds in a broken voice, barely audible. You only distinguish the last words. In that Russerwood pond. I'll go. The exchange seems to end. Cautiously, you step away from the window of Andra's temple. We should follow him, yeah? Find the gift bearer. Find the gift bearer or search the waters for rusted wood. We should search the waters for rusted wood. I don't know if we can follow him here. Probably not so much. But we will look for the waters. We look for what we need to go. Okay. But we'll do that in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. And hopefully I can finish this humming sound. Okay, now it's gone. I don't know. Sometimes it's there, sometimes not. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye-bye.